Johnson, our main man, color analyst with the Phoenix Suns, works with our boy Justin Termini, Sirius XM NBA Radio. They do a great job there. But we got to wish our main man happy birthday.
What?
Eddie, happy belated, man. Happy 40th birthday, my main man. What's going on? I hear you're still getting buckets these days.
Well, I like the fact you said happy birthday. You playing a nice song for me. But the 40-year-old stuff, you need to get out of here with that.
All right, 25.
I wish.
25, Eddie. You're dressed like you're a young man.
25 plus 40. You got it.
Nah, you made it there. You look great. You sound great. And we always love having you on here. Obviously, Kevin Durant around here. Look, I don't know if I have no idea what's going on. I hate speculating, and I hate playing a hypothetical game. But it is funny to me that a lot of Warrior fans who couldn't stand Kevin Durant all are begging for him to come back. It's pretty funny. But KD's future in Phoenix. We heard from James Jones and GM yesterday. He says he wants to maximize Kevin Durant, which he believes hasn't been done in his NBA career. I would disagree with that. But Kevin Durant's not going nowhere, is he, Eddie?
No, not going anywhere. I mean, look, our ownership, I don't think no way he's giving up after 1 year. I mean, this is an owner that has been very successful in what he has done, the mortgage business. He is determined. He's young. He's aggressive. He only knows one way, and that's to win. And no way he's giving up after 1 year. I mean, people would love to see that. People would love to see the Suns give up after 1 year. And then if KD's name was thrown out there, if Bill's name is thrown out there, those teams will call. So no. That's just, when you lose, everything goes south. People's emotions get caught up because they have no control over it. But those players do have a control over it. Ownership has a control over it. And, we just got to get back to the drawing board and see how we can make this thing work.
Why do you think Kevin Durant is he occupies such a unique space? Like, it feels like he doesn't get the appreciation that he deserves as an all-time great. Why do you think that is?
Well, I mean, obviously, it goes back, obviously, to going to you all. I mean, if you all didn't have guys in the parking lot crying and begging KD to come after you lost in 2016, he wouldn't be in this position.
Damn.
You'd have joined them, too.
Okay.
Eddie, seriously, what did you think about that move in real time? We were just discussing that. And look, as a Warrior fan, I'm happy. He had the right to choose whatever team he wanted to choose after serving OKC for so long. But I do understand why other NBA, if I take myself out of this Bay Area bubble, I do understand why NBA fans will say, man, you went to the team that beat you and you had a 3-1 series lead in the Western Conference Finals and you joined them who just won 73 games. I understand why people will be a little ticked off about that.
Well, I don't think, for me, I just speak for myself. I'm not going to speak for, everybody else, but I wasn't ticked off about it. I just knew automatically the Warriors wouldn't lose a championship. I just automatically knew that by him going there. I mean, he already joined a team that was tremendous with Clay and Steph and Draymond. And so to add him, it would just be virtually impossible to beat this team. Now, LeBron is one of them guys that can make the virtually impossible happen. And so, yeah, those Cleveland teams still pushed them, still had a chance.
Yep.
But KD was the difference maker, man. And, yeah, I mean, like, KD, and I've told him this, KD is one of my favorite players ever. And because I love the way he plays. I love how efficient he is. He's very unselfish. And I fell in love with that Oklahoma City team. Without a doubt I did. And, yeah, when they were up 3-1, I thought, man, this is their swan song. This is going to happen. And then when he went to Golden State, I have to admit, I was a little perturbed by it.
Mm-hmm.
He knows it. He knows it. And, and I didn't like it, but not because I thought that he shouldn't be able to do what he wanted to do. It's more so because a rival now, to the Suns, and the Suns wouldn't have a chance.
Yeah.
Because of it. And then I said to myself, once it happened, I said, look, they weren't going to, in my estimation, this is my estimation, I don't think you all would have beaten Cleveland if you didn't get it.
I agree.
I'm with you. I'm kind of with you.
I agree.
I'm with you.
They were teetering.
Yes, and so I don't think you would have beat them. And so, yeah, they needed to get him, and they got him. And I said to people, I said, he's going to be the difference. They're going to win. And I said, if he goes there and he gets finals MVP and he plays a huge role, like down the stretch, every NBA game comes down to the last 2 or 3 minutes. I said, if this guy shows that he's more so the focal point, then I can't be mad. Because he went there to help them get a title when, obviously in his mind, he knew that they needed him. So that's just how I flowed with it. And so I stopped. Like after, 6-7 months of just, being upset about it, I backed off. And I said, if he won finals MVP, I said, I'm not going to say anything else. And I never have. And he won back-to-back. And so that's how I viewed it.
Eddie, forget what you think, just nationally, because you've got a good feel on this. If all the variables were exactly the same, but instead of Kevin Durant coming to the Golden State Warriors, he joined the Lakers, would it have been perceived differently?
No, I think any team that he went to that didn't win the title or had a chance to win the title, played in the finals, like if he had gone to Boston, I don't think it would have been an issue. If he had gone to New York, wouldn't have been an issue. I think at that point in time, if he had gone to L.A., because they weren't winning titles, it wouldn't have been an issue. Because now he would be going to take control. Just like him leaving Brooklyn and coming to Phoenix. Like, it wasn't an issue. Like, people didn't jump all over him because the Suns have never won an NBA championship.
Yep.
So I think that was part of it. He was just, he went to a team that had Steph Curry, man, and Klay Thompson, and just had a tremendous, y'all had a tremendous, feel for the game and how to beat people. And that was just the ultimate cheat code. Like, how in the heck are you going to beat them now? If Steph is off, guess what? KD is on. I mean, no. It's like that. That's why people responded to it. It had nothing to do with dislike of KD or anything. Now, what are the Warriors supposed to do? Do exactly what they did.
Yep.
They went and got an unbelievable player. You can't blame Bob Myers. You can't blame Steph, Klay, and Draymond for going after him. We make fun of Draymond because, word is after they lost in 2016, he got in his car calling up KD asking him to come. I didn't like the fact that KD came there, that Draymond didn't appreciate that past the titles. Like, that was amazing to me, with his language and how he reacted and all of that. And he still reacted. I mean, even today. I mean, after they beat the Suns early in the year on the Steph Curry bucket. I mean, just, I don't know how close he and KD are, so I had no idea. I think sometimes Draymond is a lot more mouth than anything else. And I think, when you see him on TV, you think he's more irate than what he really is. And I get that. And from what I understand, he's a tremendous young man. I had a chance to meet him when he was in college. I called Big Ten games. He was one of my favorite Big Ten players. But, when you react that way to a guy just because you think he might leave, and that guy actually helped you get 2 titles after in 2016, got suspended, in Game 5 and shouldn't have been. That maybe cost them an opportunity to win another title. You shouldn't be the one complaining. That's just how I look at it.
Eddie Johnson here on the Morning Rush on 95.7 The Game, the birthday boy at JumpShot8 on X, NBA Sirius XM Radio with our main man, Justin Termini. When you look at the Warriors, Eddie, because you're tapped in with the league, as Shasky says, you have a real good feel for the league. You cover the entire league, even though you call Suns games. How far away do you believe the Warriors are from the top of the Western Conference? And is there a move that could get them right back into that top 5, top 6? Because I'm looking at Minnesota, I'm looking at OKC, I'm looking at Dallas and Denver. I'm like, boy, them dudes are going nowhere. So how far away are the Warriors from the top of the West, and what move can get them there to the top of the West?
Well, first, it's going to be tough for anybody because the new guard is starting to rise and shine. And that's just the history of the game. although we have so much, we got good medicine now. We have a drive and motivation to try to play as long as you can, because in your 14th, 15th year, you can still make $15 million a year. So it's no reason to think that you have to go. You know, back in my day, you could go get a job after you're in your 15th, 16th year and probably make just as much money as what you were making in the NBA. Those days are over. I mean, these guys get paid extremely well, even when their skill set goes down. And so, you know, the new guard is here, and they're playing well, despite we still having LeBron, KD, James Harden, all the guys that, you know, carried the face of the league for this stretch of time. Now you got Shea, you got Luka, you got Jokic, you got Embiid, you got Maxey, you got these guys. And so it's going to be tough, man, is what I'm saying. You got to really build around Steph, figure out what's going to happen with Klay, hope that Draymond can continue his role and how he plays. But, you know, let's look at it this way. You all probably don't be in the play-in if Draymond doesn't get suspended 20 games. Mm. So, I mean, it's those things and those actions that I think put you down. So, to me, it's hard to evaluate you because he got suspended, and that was a huge part of the season to do it in, and now you found yourself in the play-in. But Steph is like Benjamin Button. Like, it doesn't seem like he's getting older. He's playing at a high level. Klay is going to be up and down, guys, and I'm not hating on Klay. I love Klay, one of my favorite ball players ever, he and Steph. But the lower leg injuries take a toll.
You told us that earlier in the season. Like, the first game of the season, you said, man, Father Time doesn't wait on nobody. You had the same sentiments about Klay in game number 1 of the season. I'll never forget, Eddie.
Yeah, I mean, it's you get, look, if you're blessed enough to play long in this league, then you go to get old in front of everybody. And then that's just the way it is. That's why the legend of MJ keeps hanging on, because, you know, he took 2 years off, then he took another 2 years off, and, you know, he pretty much ended his career, even though he didn't win in Washington, still getting a 40-point game or averaging 20. So, you know, you really couldn't see. You saw the age creeping up on him, but he still was able to be highly productive in an environment where they weren't winning and people ignored it, and that's fine. But with Klay, he's on a team that everybody expects to win. And so now his age is going to show a little bit more. And when the roller coaster ride of having a great game and then not having a good shooting game, those are normal things that happen to an older player. And I just can't understand the criticism of Klay during the year and people wanting to say this and that. Man, you just get old in this league, man. Like Charles Barkley in Houston, man, once threw a cross-court pass to a 38-year-old Eddie Johnson. A 28, 30-year-old Eddie Johnson would have snatched that damn cross-court pass up and did what he needed to do. Man, he threw that ball to me, man, my whole body froze. I couldn't even move at 38. And, like, he laughed at me. He said, hey, man, why you didn't go for it? I said, Charles, I sent a signal to my legs, man. I just couldn't move. Like, it's just inevitable, man. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with it.
Eddie, let's say that Adam Silver comes to you and he says, Eddie, I need you to pick 1 or 2 guys to usher in this new era and be the face of the league. The face of the league, the way LeBron or Steph have been for the last decade plus. Who is the name, or who are the names that you're recommending to Adam Silver?
Right now it's Jokic, man. Like, right now it's him. And you can see lately.
Are you selling Jokic to the American audience, though?
I'm not selling. Look, here's the thing. Trust me, I'm not selling them. But my point is, he's probably getting ready to win his 3rd MVP, even though I think Shea Gilgeous-Alexander should get it. It's my opinion. But you can see he's starting to get commercials. You see it.
Yeah.
He's getting commercials now. Mm-hmm. And his English is starting to improve because he knows. And all I'm saying is, yeah, it's hard to sell a European player as the face of the league. You're normally going to lean toward an American. And that's why probably, if Anthony Edwards keeps playing the way he is, he'll be there. Obviously, Devin Booker has gotten his attention. His shoe is extremely popular. So, yeah, I mean, and I know the foreign player gets upset or the foreign supporter gets upset, but I played over in Europe for a year, and I was extremely popular in Greece playing, but the European player there always got the attention. Like I was going to be happy to get my salary. That's it. So no, I mean I think it's hard for them, but with Jokic, he has a weird personality about him, man, that I think is growing on the American public, and I could see him up there. But again, I can see Anthony Edwards, who's very funny and polarizing, and mixed in with that. Like I said, a lot of young, tremendous players. Like I said, we have Devin. So you just never know. I think they've got to keep playing at a high level to see how it shakes out.
Nah, the league is in great hands here. We're watching it during these playoffs. It's been riveting stuff for the first round. I've really, really enjoyed it. Last one for you, because I know you can't get inside Kevin Durant's head, but even if it was remotely possible, and say there was an avenue that it could happen, because a lot of people are talking about it around here, would Kevin Durant even want to come back to play for the Golden State Warriors? Would that even be an option in his mind?
When I look at Kevin Durant, I just look at a dude that just loves to play basketball. Like that's and you know what? You can have your criticisms of it. You can say, hey man, I'd love you to be more talkative. I'd love for you to be this, be that. But the bottom line, if I was a teammate, I wouldn't even bother him, because I would be like, hey man, as long as you're gonna play between these lines and give it all, we'll make up for whatever people think you don't do. Like, that's what a team is, right? And so I don't see any reason why anybody would not want him on their team. And that's why the Suns are going to keep him. Like, I don't see any reason why. His efficiency and unselfishness on the basketball court is ridiculous. And, it's just going to take some tweaking for the Suns to make this all work. And I can't see them giving up after 1 year.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is fascinating stuff there. The Kevin Durant thing, I mean, a lot of Warrior fans are clamoring for him to come back, and obviously the contract and the details. I just don't know. Do you ever talk to Kevin Durant about his days with the Golden State Warriors? Does he feel fully appreciated about his time here in the Bay Area?
Be quite honest, Katie doesn't talk much, man.
Okay.
So, for me, no, I have not. But I try to give players their space. Mm-hmm. They come up to me and they want to engage in a conversation. Then they'll get Eddie. They'll get the talkative Eddie. But other than that, they're just going to get a hello, or a support quote from me or something like that if we cross paths. But I too much don't try to get into their space unless they enter my space, and then we're going to talk. I once had a player, tremendous player for the Suns, call me up, upset that he said I said something on the air. And you know how it gets from one person to two people to three people, then it finally gets to him, and the story is so backwards. I kept him on the phone for 45 minutes. He never called me again. Because now, see, you entered my space. So now I'm going to tell you how I feel and why I said it and what I think.
Right.
And he was trying to get off the phone, and I wouldn't let him get off the phone. So that's just the way I am.
Hey, our text line right now on YouTube is saying, I know how you feel, Eddie, in that situation. I may have had a situation earlier this season about something I may have said on this radio program that, had some good back and forth on television.
You talking to me?
Yeah. Anyway, Eddie.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Eddie. I promise next season we're all playing golf together. I promise.
Yeah, y'all been promising me golf forever, but, my golf clubs are still here, so it's no problem. I play enough golf to, be able to be patient and wait till I can get on the nice golf course out there in the Bay Area.
Olympic Club.
But you know what?
Shasky doesn't want to lose his money.
Hey, I'm going to come out there probably at times during the football season because actually you guys, the 49ers, you drafted a player that I know extremely well. I trained him when he was young, when he wanted to play a little basketball. I actually got him with some of the top wide receiver coaches when he was in high school to work with him and talk to him. Roy Green, Frank Sanders, talk to him, and you know who it is.
Ricky Pearsall.
Had him on the show yesterday.
And I want you people out of the Bay Area to understand one thing. And I heard quotes coming out of that Bay Area about this young man. I am telling you, you got a gem. I'm telling you. I am telling you. You talking about somebody that can stand in front of a franchise, somebody that is an unbelievable kid that just does everything right and is an animal on the field in regards to his work ethic. You all got somebody special. And I'm a Bear fan. I hated that you all got him.
Was he a hooper, though?
Well, initially he wanted to play, but when I trained him, the thing that caught my eye was that the way that he ran on the basketball court. I said it's almost like he was running on a pillow. It's like his stride and the way that he plays, you all going to love him. And Purdy is going to love him. I could see him becoming a favorite receiver for you all. Oh, yeah. And I'm not trying to market Ricky Pearsall. I am telling you all, you got a gem. And for those people that didn't know about him and they want to criticize and wonder why they drafted a wide receiver, you're going to find out. This kid over the middle or deep, it does not matter. And he will catch everything if you put him in his radius. I'm just telling you.
Ooh.
So remember I said that keep this audio so people can remember that
tape.
I said it. And people can remember that I said it. He is going to be special.
Oh, we love it. We love it. We love you, Eddie. We
Happy
love
birthday,
that. We
buddy.
can't wait to see you up here. Ricky Pearsall. Eddie, good stuff, man. Eddie Johnson, one of my favorite guests. He really is, man. Suns broadcaster, Jump Shot 8 on X/Twitter, NBA Sirius XM Radio with Justin Termini. A lot there. Says Kevin Durant doesn't speak much. Just be locked in. He's just locked in. But he says Kevin Durant's going nowhere. Will that kill the rumors?
He sold me on Ricky Pearsall much better than he did Jokic as the NBA face. I do want to